Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Keeneland Racecourse here on Saturday. It is April the 14th, 2018. Gonna look at the stakes races on today's program from Keeneland, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections for race courses around the world. So let's get on to it. I'm gonna look at the stakes races 7, 8, 9, and 10, and all stakes pick 4. Let's get on to it, starting off race number 7 from Keeneland. The 7th race, it's the 88th running of the Ben Ali Stakes, Grade 3, purse $200,000. It's for 4-year-olds and upwards. Field of 7 horses here, going the distance of ground of 1,800 meters or 1 mile and 1/8 on the Keeneland main track. 1,800 meters, mile and 1/8. If you want to go by meters. My top pick in this race, I like the number 2 horse here. The number 2 horse, Rafting. Gonna go 2-7-3-6 in the superfecta. 2-7-3-6 super. Top pick number 2, Rafting. 3-1. Graham Ocean trains this 5-year-old gelding by Tappet. Fergal Lynch gets on this one. This horse's most recent outing came on the 10th of March at Tampa. Mile 16th in the Challenger Stakes. This horse finished second by 5 3/4 lengths. It was the horse's first starts facing stakes company in nearly 2 years. And, you know, it was a good comeback race. Didn't have the best of starts, but was coming at the end. It wasn't, at the end it wasn't a bad race. Before that, option 75 claimer Tampa Bay, 1 mile 40 yards, 10th of February. Second off a layoff. This horse won by neck. Had a great turn of foot at the end, and just got there. Great victory for this horse. And then first off a very long layoff, 3rd of January at Tampa. Sloppy going, 7 furlongs opposite 32 claimer. Horse won by 6 3/4 lengths. He was the best horse by a mile and took off very clear at the end. Nice victory for this horse. His start before, you have to go all the way back to March the 12th of 2016 at Tampa Bay Downs, mile 16th in Tampa Derby. This horse finished 4th that day behind Destin, and this horse just really didn't have anything. But I like this horse a lot in this race. At 3-1, I think he could get that stakes victory, so watch out. So to recap my bets for the 7th from Keeneland, it's the 88th running of the Grade 3 Ben Ali. Gonna go with the 2 horse Rafting. Gonna go 2-7-3-6 in the superfecta. So now let's get on to race number 8 from Keeneland. The 8th race, it's the 22nd running of the Giants Causeway. Purse $100,000. It's fillies, mares, 3-year-olds, and upwards. Field of 10 horses going the 1,100 meter trip or 5 1/2 furlong on the Keeneland Turf Course. 1,100 meters, 5 1/2 furlongs. Hopefully today we don't get any snow at Keeneland. I think the weather report looks beautiful. It looks beautiful all across the East Coast. So I highly doubt snow will happen. Sunday it's another question. Sunday is a little iffy because we're gonna get a lot of rain. So if it gets cold enough, you might see snow. But still, 99 to 1 shot, but you never know. But my top pick in this race, I like the number 8 horse here, Lady Aurelia. I'm gonna go 8-3-6-8 in the superfecta. 8-3-6-8 super. Top pick number 8, Lady Aurelia. 4-year-old filly by Scat Dati. Jean Velasquez gets on this one. This horse's most recent outing came on the 4th of November at Del Mar. 5 furlongs in the Breeders' Cup Turf Sprint. This horse finished 10th by 3 lengths that day, and was just with the pace setters that day and just weakened out of it. That was the horse's worst race, I think. It was on paper, and I think everybody will agree. She was in a race where she wasn't the fastest horse. There was a lot faster horse that day, and this horse kind of crumbled under the pressure. It wasn't her day to win, but I think she's the fastest in this race, and I think she can go away with it. But start before the 25th of August at York in England now at the Ebor meeting. 5 furlongs in the Group 1 Nunthorpe, a very probably the best sprinting race in Europe. This horse finished second by a nose behind Marshall, who just closed up and got this horse at the wire. This horse, just didn't have that extra kick at the end, but other than that, ran her art out. And then at Royal Ascot, 5 furlongs in the King's Stand. Horse won by 3 lengths. John Velasquez rode this horse for the injured Frankie Dettori, and then, that day, it set off the pace setters, took off clear, and won very nicely. Easy victory for this horse. This horse won this race last year very nicely, and I think she should win it again this year. Watch out for this horse to run a big one. So to recap my bets for the 8th from Keeneland, it's the 22nd running of the Giants Causeway. Gonna go with the 8 horse, Lady Aurelia. Gonna go 8-3-6-8 in the superfecta. 8-3-6-8 super. So now let's get on to race number 9 from Keeneland. The 9th race, it's the 37th running of the Lexington Stakes, Grade 3, purse $200,000. It's for 3-year-olds. Field of 12 horses going the distance of ground of 1,700 meters or 1 mile and 1/16 on the Keeneland main track. 1,700 meters, mile 16th. My top pick in this race, I like the number 7 horse here. The number 7 horse, Pony Up. Gonna go 7-2-6-12 in the superfecta. 7-2-6-12 super. Top pick number 7, Pony Up. 6-1, 3-year-old colt by Knights. John Velasquez gets on this one. This horse's most recent outing came on the 17th of March at Turfway. Mile 8th in the Spiral, the Jeff Ruby Stakes, whatever the hell they call that race. This horse finished second by a neck that day and was quite far behind early on in the race, but this horse had a great turn of foot at the end. Just missed, but it was a very respectable closing off the race for this horse. Before that, in the Holy Bull at Gulfstream, mile 16th, February 3rd, horse finished 5th by 20 1/4 lengths behind Audible, one neck start out. You know, this horse just was a little bit wide and just had really nothing. It wasn't his day to win. And then at Gulfstream, 7 1/2 furlongs into Kitten's Joy. Horse finished second by a neck, just missed at the end after being a little bit wide, but it was a great turn of foot at the end. You know, this horse has never won on dirt, but he's run twice on it, and the first career outing at 5 furlongs on dirt was quite good. Finished second by a head, just missed, but it wasn't a bad run. I think this horse should really run well here today. Has a good post draw, I think, and can sit a little bit closer, which I really like. At 6-1, watch out for this horse to run a big one. Also, John Velasquez getting the mount on this one is a major plus. So to recap my bets for the ninth from Keeneland, it's the 37th running of the Grade 3 Lexington. Gonna go with the 7 horse Pony Up. I'm gonna go 7-2-6-12 in the superfecta. So now let's get on to race number 10 from Keeneland. The 10th race, it's the 30th running of the Coolmore Jenny Wiley Stakes, Grade 1, purse $350,000, which are fillies and mares, 4-year-olds and upwards. Field of 11 horses here, going the distance of ground of 1,700 meters, or the distance of ground of a mile and 1/16 on the Keeneland Turf Course. 1,700 meters, mile 16th. Top pick in this race, I like the number 8 horse. The number 8 horse, if I could ever get my iPad to load. La Coronel. Gonna go 8-7-3-1 in the superfecta. 8-7-3-1 super. Top pick number 8, La Coronel. 4-year-old filly by Colonel John. Jose Lescano gets on this one. The regular rider for this one as of recently. This horse's most recent outing came on the 10th of March at Tampa. Mile 8th in the Grade 2 Hillsborough. This horse finished third by 3/4 of a length that day and just stalked most of the race and really didn't have the best of trips at the end. A little tight at the end, really couldn't get the good closing kick. You know, it wasn't her day to win, but coming back to a race course this horse loves to run on, I think this horse should, be on the improvement. Start before Tampa, mile 16th into Grade 3 Endeavor. This horse finished second by 4 lengths that day, and again, just didn't have the best of runs at the end. Wasn't his day to win. First off the layoff, I think this horse needed the race, and then the QE2 Cup at Keeneland, mile 8th on the 14th of October. Horse won by a half length. Won the horse's best race his lifetime. Went straight to the lead and didn't look back. Had a great turn of foot that day. Easy victory. And then before that, Belmont, the mile 8th, Sands Point. Horse finished second by a neck. Got caught right before the wire, but she ran a great race on the front end. I like her a lot here. She's 3 for 3 on this turf course. Watch out for her to make it 4 for today. So to recap my bets for today's 10th race from Keeneland, it's the 30th running of the Grade 1 Jenny Wiley. Gonna go with the 8 horse La Coronel. Gonna go 8-7-3-1 in the superfecta. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everybody.